Hello and welcome to my channel. This is my very first video, my very first transvestigation, so I hope I'll get a lot of constructive feedback, I hope. Anyway, today I want to look at Nelly Furtado. Nelly Furtado came out back in the, I'd say, the late 90s, early 2000s. She's Portuguese and Canadian, really kind of a unique little boyish type voice, but I don't know. Nelly Furtado. Let's start with the sixes in her name. So we notice the six. She uses this font on all of her album and single covers. You always see the 3 6s. Nelly Furtado. Nelly Furtado has a very straight body. Even though she twists to give it the curve, you'll notice that she's got a very straight body, very little hips, very long arms, very square shoulders, very big blocky head, big head. Her hips, you can notice that the widest part is well above the crotch, and for a real woman, because of the way the pelvic bones sit, that's just not possible in a real woman, and we'll look at that later. Long arms, big hands, strong-looking woman, Nelly Furtado. Very boyish looking. Bend and twist the body, but you can bend that side, but this side stays straight. You can bend this side, but that side's going to show the truth, that there is absolutely no curve to this so-called woman. And again, people, this is just my opinion, so everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I just decided to share mine with everyone. Really big feet. In my opinion, Nelly Furtado is a transgendered man, acting like a woman. Possibly a castrato. You notice the big strong neck, the strong shoulders, the straight body, very manly looking. Men, the man's pelvis, the woman's pelvis, the Q angle. You can see how the angle of the hip is just wider hips because she has to carry babies. The pelvis is tilted forward. The hips are wide. Carry a baby. Men don't have to carry babies. Men are straight. Long body, then buttocks. Long torso, buttocks. Whereas a woman has a much shorter torso, and then the hips start much higher. Mid-body is where the hips start on a woman, and then the widest part of the woman is right under where you can see her pelvis bones meet the thigh bones, and you can see that the widest part of a woman is right down here. You can see it. Nelly is just very straight, no hips. Nelly is a child, big forehead, little boy with makeup. Lots and lots of makeup. Nelly, big forehead, big strong jaw, very deep set eyes, men have a brow ridge. The brow ridge overhangs the eyes. Now this is her ex-husband, and if he's a man and she's a woman, why is her head as big or even bigger than his? He's taller than her. He should have a much bigger head. A woman's head is much smaller than a man. She's much shorter. Why is her head so big? I don't know. Really big head, really deep eyebrow ridges, really deeply set eyes, and really big eyebrow ridges, really wide forehead, very strong masculine features, the jaw. You see all of that. See how much overhang there is there? A lot of overhang, a lot of makeup in that crease, a lot of makeup trying to disguise that crease. Big square shoulders, big head. See a few heads across there, quite a few heads. Very masculine, very masculine. You notice that, the breast tissue is way down there, very masculine. It's just fake, looks fake, looks like a tranny. Long, flat, and then there's a butt. So there's a very long torso, and then there's a butt, very long torso, butt. Bend and twist, but those aren't real curves. It's just a very long torso, and then a butt. Long torso, and then a butt. Here again, she pulls her shoulders back, trying to give herself the illusion of a womanly back. Put on a gown, put on makeup, fix your hair, but there is just no turning this back into a woman's back. It's long torso, and then there's a butt, kind of like a man. That's a man right there. That's a man. That's a woman. Notice the difference. Notice where the waist is. Notice where the hips start, how high they start, how wide and gentle. Notice that. Notice that no matter what shape a body has on a woman, the widest part's always going to be in the same place. The angle of the hips, the angle of the thigh bones, always going to be the same on a woman. The size of the calves, the shape of the legs. There's just no disguising it. No disguising it. So Nelly Furtado had a child back in 2001, it seems, in Nevis. Poor thing. Poor child. Nelly Furtado is very demonic. I showed you earlier the sixes on her album covers. She's very demonic. So here we have Nelly Furtado. Loose. So she's loose. Notice the sixes. 6, 6, 6. Loose. Nelly Furtado is also promiscuous. So it looks like a bullet hole right there. So anyway, she's promiscuous, eh? And she's a man-eater. Or maybe she's just a man. Nelly Furtado, she likes throwing up those demonic signs. She really, one-eye symbolism, all sort of occult symbolism. Nelly Furtado. So let's look at her first video. I'm Like a Bird. Starts off, she's laying in the field. Looks like she's knocked out. She's coming out of some sort of stupor or spell. Wakes up and what looks like a little eagle. He's kind of sitting on her hand. He's hanging out with her. And it looks like she wakes up, she looks into his eyes, she makes some sort of deal with the eagle, which we know is a representation of the sun god, the Egyptian worship, occult. She's up on a tree, pretty blasphemous, as above, so below. She's floating around in the sky, sacrificial, arch of hysteria. Look that up, guys, arch of hysteria. It's, let's see, Arch of Hysteria. That's her. She likes that position, Arch of Hysteria. Quick look at it. Aleister Crowley. Take a look at it. It's supposedly a person wrapped in pain, but historically, there's been a lot of discussion about, is it a person wrapped in pain, or is it a person that's demonically possessed? And I mean, way back in the 1600s, it's been associated with demonic possession. Representation of a lad possessed. See the spice convulsions, rigidly bent back. And that's in 1600. So it's pretty well associated with being a person that's demonically possessed. And she looks pretty possessed in this video, doesn't she? So let's move on. In the video, she floats up to the sky in the Arch of Hysteria, and then she floats around and just kind of floats around. So it looks to me like she made a deal with the eagle, and he's like, sure, I'll give you what you want. What are you going to give me? And she gives him her heart, looks like, because that's an altar, and there's a scarab beetle crawling towards it. Another Egyptian symbol, the scarab beetle, reminiscent of the sun god, how he rolled his ball of dung across the sand, the way the sun god rolled the sun across the sand. Also, how scarab beetle, when they noticed babies coming out of the balls of dung, they thought that the beetles could reproduce on their own. They thought the male beetle could reproduce on his own without need of a female. And we know that Freemasons, occultists, they're trying to get rid of the woman. If they can breed without us, they want to be able to create life without women, and then they want to turn men into women. That's the goal here. So she floats over. She's taken her, she's floating over. There she is. There's the scarab beetle crawling up towards the sacrifice. And there's her eyes, glowing with the power that the scarab beetle just gave her. She made her sacrifice. He accepted the sacrifice. He's crawling up towards the heart on the altar. Very sacrificial. And now she has the power, and she's about to test it. So she's up on a train. She's getting ready to jump. She's just filled with the power. Where does she land? Oh, in the arms of her adoring fans, of course. There she is, in the arms of her adoring fans. With a big 22 on her shirt, and we know that 22's the sacred occult number. 22. There's a reason the 22's on her shirt. It's not there by accident. And here we go. Nelly Furtado in the middle of her adoring fans. Give us your heart, we'll give you the world. So, Nelly Furtado, tell me what you think. There she is, or he is, or it is, whatever it is. It's an illusion. Maybe she's trying to tell us something. Nelly Furtado, undercover. Let me know what you think. Thanks so much for sharing my very first video with me.